You. What do you think you're doing, talking to my daughter like that as a woman?
Mr. Wilson, hello? What do you mean by calling me out for being a woman like that? And your daughter, are you talking about Kate? The one who happens to be my subordinate? Then perhaps this is about her being very late on her first day of work here?
That's right. And from what I've heard, you chewed her out over being just a little bit late for work. In front of everyone else in that department, watching her as she sat embarrassed in her office chair. Did you not know at the time that Kate is my daughter, of all people? I think everyone else in this company is very aware of the fact that she is my baby girl. And that means they all know better than to make such a scene with her over absolutely nothing.
And I myself was made aware of that before she came to work today. But her being your daughter and her coming into work on time on her first day are not related in any way.
What did you just say?
It doesn't bother me any that she was hired into this company because she happens to be the daughter of a senior director. What bothers me is that she thinks that because she was given a job in this company and that because her dad is in a high position, she can come to work 3 hours late.
Are you trying to screw around with me or something? Are you still in the office right now?
I am not making any attempts to screw around with you about this at this moment. If anything, I'm finding it pretty obvious that you're the one screwing around with me right now. And that's something you should be sorry about. So, what is it going to be then, Mr. Wilson? Are you going to continue with that behavior right in front of me? Or are you going to settle down now and let me handle my department and employees?
I asked if you are still in the building.
I am, and I am in my office currently finishing up some last-minute things. Would you like to come and see me for something?
I'm starting to think that the only way to settle all of this is by coming and talking to you face to face. I was already pretty upset with the way you've been talking to a senior director as a woman. But now, I can see that you don't take your job very seriously at all. I'm going to come and make sure you understand your position in this company very well after today. Actually, come to me. Come to my office right now. I'm not getting up to go to someone who works behind me in this company. Especially not when they're a woman.
And why should I be doing that? I happen to still be working, so I don't have the time to come all the way over there. Perhaps you can just continue texting me like you are right now?
I want you over here immediately. Now, let's go.
Fine then. I'll give you 5 minutes of my time, so you better make it quick. Do you have any idea what you just did to me?
I want to ask you the same thing. Do you have any idea what I've been talking about now? You have made a grave mistake by chewing my daughter out like that on her first day working for the company I've worked so long taking good care of.
You think it's acceptable to punch me when all I did was tell your daughter that she cannot be that late to work? No matter who it is or what they think, it is obvious to tell after that who the real problem here is.
Shut up, woman! Do you have any idea whose daughter Kate is? You are fired! I don't want you to ever come back to this office!
I know very well now that Kate is your daughter, and I've known that for a while. But are you sure you want to be telling me that I'm the one getting fired now? All I had done was do my job in telling her that she cannot be late to work again. It was a simple warning. You understand that as her boss, I have every right to warn her of things that are not acceptable within this company, right? It's going to be a tough road ahead of you if you go through with firing me, and far tougher than what you've already started.
You're acting pretty high on your horse there, for being a woman. I'm sure you were only made into a manager after doing some pretty scandalous things here, right? An idiot like you should never have been put into the positions as a manager. So something must have happened behind the scenes. Maybe the reason you're acting so out of line right now is because you're afraid of losing your position to Kate now?
Huh? I would stop it with all those comments right now, Mr. Wilson. I will only allow you to go so far with all those baseless comments about me, and this has been enough. And now, I'm a bit upset with what's happened here today. Not just a bit, but very upset, actually. If you're not going to come and apologize to me for all of that right now, I'll have to take this situation into my own hands.
Apologize to you? What kind of crap are you playing at here now? I would never and will never apologize to you for anything.
I was just punched by the senior director of this company. Are you going to tell me you're not sorry about having just punched someone in the work premises? There is such a thing as HR in this company, and they will most definitely not be lenient over you punching me.
They're not going to touch me. If anything, you should be the one apologizing to me so that I don't drag HR into this. And actually, as a way of getting that apologize from you, I'm going to have you fired from this company. I have every right to have you fired now. And then that way, we won't have to deal with anybody else getting involved. You made my daughter very sad. So take me firing you as my forgiveness for that.
I'm starting to feel as though you're the one who doesn't understand the position they're in here. But I guess there was no helping you, considering you've already assaulted me.
You're the one who was asking for it. You're the one who thought it was such a good idea to talk to my daughter like that on her first day in this company. Who gives a crap that she was 3 hours late? You are done for.
Well, then I'm going to let my father know about this.
You will? Go right ahead and tell him.
And if you really want me to be fired, we can make that happen for you. But before that happens, I just need to tell my father one thing.
Your dad has nothing to do with what goes on inside this company. I happen to be the senior director to this company, unlike whatever he could possibly be. It's disgusting to see a woman your age having to run back home to her daddy crying over something like this.
I told you everything I needed to say today. And now, as you've asked me, I'm going to leave this company and get out of your hair. I really hope, though, that after I'm gone, your daughter starts coming to work on time. Goodbye now, Mr. Wilson. Why are you calling me this early in the morning? I can see that you have something to talk about with me, but I'm not going to answer the phone.
Answer your phone.
Why should I? I just told you that I'm not going to. What's happened to you, Mr. Wilson? Did you not have enough yelling at me yesterday about how I'm fired and wanted to come back and say some more?
I had no idea about you yesterday. I never thought that your dad, of all people, would be this company's president.
Well, after getting a call from the company's president where he told you in less than a second that you'd be terminated, you finally came around to understanding the severity of what you did? Are you more aware now that you did something extremely unacceptable yesterday?
I understand now. I am so sorry about what I did and said to you yesterday. I totally understand now that was a fault on my end, and it'll never happen again. Would you please be able to forget about what happened between you and I and move on from this with peace? Please allow me to apologize to you from the bottom of my heart.
I can see you're only here apologizing to me out of fear, but...
What? What do you mean it's far too late for me?
It's far too late for you now. I'm telling you that although now you'd like to apologize for what you did, you took things way too far, and there is no going back from that. Anyway, all of that has nothing to do with me now, so go ahead and quit or something.
What? Are you kidding me? Hold on for just a minute. Please, don't make it seem like I'm actually going to be fired or something. I was just told by the company president to come and apologize to you for what happened yesterday. So that's why I'm doing that right now. Why are you not going to forgive me? I'm the senior director. I am apologizing to you like this, even though I'm leagues above you with the company's structure. So I think it's time you come around and listen to what I'm saying here.
Tell me, what kind of position do you really think you're in now to be talking to me like that? You are going to be fired soon, so I'm not sure what you mean by being the senior director there.
What?
But I do understand what you're trying to say to me right now. I see. You think that because you are above me in the company, I should just forgive you for all you've done? Well then, had my father never told you to apologize to me, you wouldn't be here texting me right now. I happen to have that all correct, right?
Wait, you have it wrong. That's not the only reason I'm here right now. I really do feel terrible for what happened with you and I yesterday. But I happen to be older than you by a bit. And since I'm older than you, shouldn't you be respecting my apology to you a bit more? I am apologizing to you. I am so sorry for getting upset with you yesterday over something I didn't completely understand at the time. There, I've gone and told you why I'm apologizing and everything. Now you should be forgiving me, right?
No way. Listen, you being upset with me yesterday wasn't your only mistake. Have you gone and erased the memory of you punching me yesterday as well?
That's a good point. I suppose that did happen as well then. I didn't happen to erase any of that from my memories though. But calling it a punch? Maybe you can just say that I accidentally hit you while talking with you. Do you really think you have to take things that far out of proportion? Saying that I punched you?
Excuse me? What kind of joke are you trying to pull on me now?
What?
You really think a joke like that is going to make me laugh at a time like this? Well, if that's what you want to think, then you are free to do so. But I've already gone and told my father about everything that happened yesterday, and we are planning to let the police know about this incident.
What? The police? Wait, don't you feel as though what we're talking about right now is going down a very wrong path? The police? What the hell do you think you're talking about? What are you trying to say that I did wrong? I think you're the one taking all this way too far. I have been the one working as a senior director for this company all along, and you're going to act like that towards me? What the hell is wrong with you? Do you think just because your dad is the company president, you can behave like that towards the senior director of all people?
So this is the real you?
What?
You are such an idiot that when someone warns your daughter of one thing, you break out in anger. You can't even express your feelings in a healthy way and instead resort to physical assault as a way of making it known you can't control yourself. It is common in this society that no matter what the situation, you are not to resort to something like violence. What you did to me yesterday was a blatant crime.
A crime? No way it was a crime. I was just doing that to protect my daughter. Any father would do something like that for their baby.
Not the good ones. Your stupid excuses are not going to get you anywhere anymore, Wilson, so stop trying to make what you did to me seem okay or justified. You are an assailant now for punching me over nothing more than your inability to be a good human being.
Wait a second, please. Let's just both calm down here. At the time, I didn't think things would get this out of hand the next day. I just wanted to teach you a lesson for what you did by giving you something to be afraid of.
To be afraid of? What was that? I've been telling you it's time for you to stop joking around about all this stuff now. The only person out of this whole situation who should be made afraid of anything is your daughter, right? She was already late for her orientation and also late to her interview on the day of that. Yet you went and said it was all right because she's your daughter. And then on her first day to work, she was 3 hours late. You're going to tell me that she shouldn't be afraid of the consequences of all that? And when she came into the office that late, the first words out of her mouth were, "I'm sorry," in this very casual tone. Who do you think really needs to be the one made afraid of something here?
I'm sure she should be talked to about all this as well. But my daughter had only just graduated from college.
No frickin' way you're saying that as an excuse now. Everyone else that has come into this company started out just after graduating college. Or just about. Just because she's your daughter doesn't mean she gets a pass to slack off all the time. And as her boss, I was only warning her that by being late again, there would be consequences she'd have to face. Yet you went and punched me over that.
I get it already. I feel bad about that.
And also, Wilson, had I been born a man, would you have ever done anything like this to me?
What? What are you trying to get at now?
I'm asking if, because I'm a woman, I'm weaker than you are? That had I been a man, you would have never tried punching me. Well, I'm going to go on a whim here and say you probably did only punch me because I'm a woman. And if that's the case, then my God.
You're wrong. You have it all wrong again. I just wanted to protect my daughter.
All I was doing is telling your daughter how to be a responsible adult in this world. You didn't have to protect her from a dang thing, Wilson. All you've been doing instead of protecting her is using your stupid little ideas and excuses to make it seem like you assaulting me was justified. Those excuses aren't working anymore. I can no longer sit by and let you and that little irresponsible daughter of yours continue working in my father's company.
Wait a second, please. Hannah! I will apologize to you, alright? I have been this whole time. I am sorry about the way both myself and my daughter behaved yesterday. Right. I'll get my daughter to come apologize to you as well. That should make you more than happy, right?
No, thank you.
What? What do you mean, no thank you?
Having your daughter, Kate, come and apologize to me is not going to do anything more for you. You and your daughter are going to be fired soon. And that will mean you two will never have to talk to me again. Now, I'm going.
What? Are you serious? I'm asking you to please, wait a second. Are you really going to be fired for this? I have been working for this company for 20 years now.
The longevity of you working for the company has nothing to do with you assaulting another employee. Also, you should be happy that all your previous incidents weren't exposed before today.
What? What previous incidents are you talking about?
You thought this whole time I never knew a thing about what's been going on with you?
Wait. No way.
I know all about the things you've been doing. Well, I'm sure you actually assaulting me has been the worst offense you've committed in the company now.
Why do you, of all people, know about these things? I was sure not a single soul knew about me. Does this mean the company president knows as well?
Well, who knows? That's not something I'm allowed to tell you anything about now, is it? But if you don't want anything to get any worse for yourself, then I'd suggest you quit it with all your BS excuses and come quietly. I was thinking that by the end of the week, your daughter would be the only one getting fired. But it's nice to see the company killing two birds with one stone now by getting rid of you. I wonder if you'll be able to find more work after leaving here.
No way. Firing me? That's not fair. I could see my daughter going, but me?
Also, you are going to have to go with the police in order for them to question you about all this.
Please, do not let them do that. Please.
I am so relieved that there was a camera that picked up the whole scene, where you can clearly be seen punching me before yelling at me some more.
But you're making me look like some kind of criminal.
You thought of yourself as someone else? Now that we're on this topic, there's something I forgot to mention. Actually, I was just appointed to a brand new position that had only just opened up.
What?
I was given your position as the new senior director of the company. It seems that the company was planning on having you fired for a while now, or at the very least, demoted.
Are you kidding me right now?
So because of that, you are no longer going to be coming back to this company anymore. Now, you and your daughter try your best finding new work after today. In the end, both Wilson and his daughter Kate were fired from the company. And after Wilson was escorted from the building, I came back into the office and went to my new office as the senior director, and began getting accustomed to my new position. As for Wilson, after being walked out of the building, he was taken away almost immediately by the police for questioning. He had tried to break free from them as they handcuffed him, but just before he was able to slip past one of the officers, the second officer hit him in the back with their baton, and he fell down to the ground hard. He would then spend the night in a jail cell before appearing in front of a judge the next day, in court, with my lawyer and I fighting him. And with both my father and I stating that he had assaulted me with the camera evidence, he was taken to court by us and sued for a decent amount of money. And it wasn't just money, though, but as punishment, Wilson would have to do community service for the next 6 months. This then led to his wife losing her love for both him and Kate, and soon after the court case, she left them. And of course, she was a housewife for Wilson, so in the divorce, she made sure to take half his money, before heading out of town, leaving him with his daughter. Wilson said he was doing everything in order to protect his daughter, but he seems to have done the opposite for her instead. They are both working really hard right now to find work, but with the debt they're in after paying me, I'm not sure things will work out so well for them. And from the rumors I've been getting about those two, I think that Wilson has started to get into gambling at night, which we all know will most likely never end well for the man and his daughter. But this is what those two deserve after all, so who really cares if they ever get back on their feet again?
Maria, I want to talk to you about something. Madison? Hi. Thanks for inviting me over today. I had a great time. I'm sorry I couldn't message you sooner. I only just finished up at work. You really don't have any common sense, do you? I guess it was wrong of me to expect someone as poor as you to have any manners at all. Excuse me? I went out of my way to invite you to my home, but you didn't even send me a message to thank me for letting you in. I got sick of waiting, so I messaged you, but really, you should have messaged me first. Don't you feel any gratitude for the kindness I showed you? Everyone else already messaged me ages ago. I think it's common sense for people to thank someone when they've invited you to their home. Is that too hard for you to understand? I expected the bare minimum, and I got nothing. I understand where you're coming from, but don't you think you're overreacting? I was at work. I already told you when I saw you earlier that I didn't have time to stick around, remember? That means I didn't have the time to message you. It's not like I forgot to thank you. I was planning to send a message when I had the time to look at my phone. I don't think you have to make that big a deal out of me not sending you a thank you message straight away. Anyway, thank you for inviting me into your home. It was lovely. I was only there for a few minutes, but I love what you've done with the place. Of course you'd love it! I hired an interior designer especially to advise me on how to set up each and every room. That's something someone like you can only dream of, since you have to work yourself. What are you trying to say? I'm saying that I know it means that you don't have enough money to be a housewife, and I pity you for it. I don't have to work because I'm from a different part of society than you. I'm pretty much a celebrity. I don't have to work, unlike people like you. Having a husband that makes so much money is great, but I guess you wouldn't understand that. I live in an apartment like this, I only eat organic foods, I wear all the latest fashion, and I have enough brand items for an army. I don't think anyone can deny I'm living the best life. Plus, I can show all this off to poor people like you who don't have anything else in their boring lives to look forward to. Being rich is the best. It makes me feel so good about myself, and admit it, you wish you had this life too. Good for you, Madison. But I think you're lacking a lot of class for someone who likes to suggest that she's used to fine dining. Maybe you should find some of that before you buy your next evening dress. What did you just say to me? What? Do you want to pick a fight with me? Because I'll make you regret you ever said something like that to me. I took precious time out of my day to show you around my beautiful house, and this is how you talk to me? Excuse me, what makes you think you can speak to me like that? I knew it was you after all. It's your fault. Excuse me? What's my fault? And you say that you showed me around as though I begged you to? But you're the one that pretty much forced us all into your home. You didn't even give us the choice to say no. You ordered us to come, so we turned up. We all thought we were there to have a PTA meeting, but no! You started bragging about the stuff you have on display. What was it? Some fancy plants or something you had in your living room? It was a mystery to me why we all had been rushed to your fancy apartment all of a sudden, but the second you started giving us a tour we didn't even ask for, I knew it was a complete waste of my time. That's why I left as soon as possible so I could go to work. Shut up! There's no point in trying to change the topic. You're a thief! Excuse me? What on earth are you talking about now? What are you saying I stole? This is absolute nonsense, Madison. This is so ridiculous I could laugh. Laugh all you want, but it's not going to be funny for long. Not when I get the police involved. I'm not going to let you get away with stealing things from my home. Not an arrogant poor person like you that thinks she can insult me. Are you that jealous of me and my lifestyle? So much that you'd try to steal a part of it from me? Jealous? Excuse me? You think I'm jealous of you? I understand that having a celebrity like me nearby must be really hard for you, since you have to go home to your boring, dull life. But that doesn't mean you can try and take my stuff from me. That watch you stole is really important to me. Do you understand? Give it back, right now! What are you talking about? I don't know anything about your watch. Do you really think that I stole it from your house? I know it was you! Nobody else could have stolen it but you! You better give it back right away or I won't forgive you! Do you understand what will happen if you don't? I'm going to make you suffer, and you'll wish you had never touched any of my stuff. I've had enough of your accusations. Why would I steal your watch? I don't even know what watch you're talking about. And when would I have had the time to steal it? I was only there for a few minutes because I had to get to work. I was literally in and out. How would I have had the time to take your watch? Plus, you were with me the entire time I was there because you were so insistent on showing everyone around. You were the one that was keeping me from leaving. I didn't see any watch when I was there, and I don't know what you're talking about. You're lying! You're full of lies, you liar! You thief! I'm talking about the watch that cost $10,000. You know what I'm talking about. I know you saw it, and I know you took it when you realized that it cost so much. I'm sorry, but I haven't seen your watch. And you said it yourself. I'm too poor to understand how much the things you own are worth. You may want to make me into the bad guy and lay blame on me, but there's no point. I really haven't touched or seen your watch. You're not going to find your watch if you keep pointing the finger at me, because I really don't have it. Why don't you search your own house again? Maybe you just misplaced it. You're lying! I know you are! I'm not that stupid! I wouldn't lose a watch like that! I already know everything, so there's no point in trying to cover up your own crime! Hurry up and give me back my watch! You're not listening to me. I didn't steal your watch. I have nothing else to say to you, so would you please leave me alone? I have better things to do than to be insulted by you. I'll see you, Madison. Hey, honey. When are you coming home?
I'm on my way right now.
Great! Can you buy me some donuts or a blueberry muffin from the convenience store outside the station? I'm really frustrated because of something stupid one of the women from the PTA circle said to me, and I have to eat something really sweet before I blow up.
Really? You're going to blow up? Sure thing. If a muffin's enough to keep you sedated. Oh, that reminds me. I had something to tell you. One of the women in your PTA circle is married to Smith, right? The really rich one that likes to act like she's a celebrity? The one that you said was living in a high-rise apartment and was taking over the PTA circle and is bossing everyone around?
Yeah, she's the one that pissed me off today, actually. What about her?
I'm not surprised. They both seemed like trouble when we first got to know them, but now I'm sure of it. Her husband resigned from his job the other day.
Her husband resigned? Why?
You're not going to believe it. And you're not going to believe what I heard about him.
Who did you hear it from? I don't remember you saying that you were friends with him.
I'm not. I heard it from Howard. Apparently, Smith was asking him to introduce me to him.
Introduce you? For what? Luke, this is starting to sound really suspicious. I hope you're not thinking about getting involved with whatever he's doing. I have a really bad feeling about where this conversation is going, honey.
Of course not. But you're right about it being suspicious. I have no intention of accepting anything he's offering me. So don't worry. I'm not that stupid. I'll tell him that he'll have to find someone else.
He's offering something? Is what he's doing that bad?
I'll tell you everything when I get home. I'll buy your donuts and your blueberry muffin. So hang in there.
Oh, thank you. I'll get dinner ready in the meantime. Are you an idiot? I can't believe you would be so stupid. Who are you calling stupid? That's my line. I've never seen anyone as stupid as you. Why did you come back to my house? Did you think you could get the chance to steal something else? No, I came back because you wouldn't stop calling me a thief. You were saying that I was running away from discussing it with you, so I came all the way to show you that I have no reason to run or hide from you. But I never thought you would punch me. What's wrong with you? Why would you punch me in the face like that? Who do you think you are? You're just some poor working woman. I'm a celebrity in comparison to you. What has that got to do with anything? Just because you think you're better than me doesn't mean you're free to punch me whenever you want. You assaulted me. Assault? You're overreacting. You're the one that suddenly showed up at my apartment without any warning. It's only natural I would suspect that you would come back to steal something else. You can't trick me. I know what you're up to. People like you don't have the skills or ability to earn a decent amount, so you can only think of taking from other people. I won't ever forgive you for what you've done. I'm sorry, what? You're saying you won't forgive me for something I didn't do? You're the one that needs to beg for forgiveness after assaulting me. I'm telling you, there's no point in lying. I know that you stole my watch the last time you came to my apartment. Of course I won't forgive you. You're a thief. Even if you begged me, I won't ever forgive you. You deserve to get a punch in the face. You don't even have proof that I stole your watch. And yet you still punched me. There's something seriously wrong with you. Who punches someone on a hunch? Blaming me for your watch going missing just because I visited your apartment is a little far-fetched, don't you think? I wasn't the only one that was there that day. So why do you think it was me? Because you took the longest to send me a message thanking me for inviting you on the house tour. You stink of ingratitude. Of course someone like you would steal my stuff. That's your reason? You're kidding, right? How many times do I have to tell you that it wasn't me? You won't even listen to me. You've got a problem if you think it's okay to punch people just because you believe they've done something wrong. You're jumping to conclusions, Madison. I don't care what you say. Give me back my watch. I know it was you. You can't make any more excuses. A poor person like you might not be able to recognize brand items that easily, but that watch costs $10,000. I know that you're planning on selling it. You should be happy that I'll let you off with just a punch and didn't call the police on you. If I call the police, your life is over. You'll go to prison, you'll be even poorer when you come out, and no one will trust you with their stuff. Excuse me? I should be happy? I'm not going to forgive you for what you've done. You're the one that's going to wish you had never punched me. Shut up! Give me back my watch! You're just a thief! You can't threaten me with anything! Unfortunately, I don't have anything to give you, because I never stole anything. You're just jumping to conclusions, and I'm going to get my revenge for the way you've treated me. You better prepare a speech, because you're going to be begging me for forgiveness. What? You're just a criminal. Why would I apologize to you? You're the one that needs to beg me for forgiveness. If you don't want to be taken to court, you better give my watch back. I've told you over and over, but it's expensive, and someone like you doesn't deserve to own something that luxurious. I told you, I can't. Because I don't have it. I don't want your stupid watch, or the money I could make if I really did sell it. I'm not interested in brand items like you are. But if you don't believe me, then there's nothing else we can do. We've hit a dead end in discussing this, so we need someone else to work this out for us. I'm confident that I'm innocent in this situation, and that you're the real criminal for assaulting me. So I don't mind going to court like you say. That's the best way to clear this up. We'll have someone else decide who's right and who's wrong. Happy? Oh, really? You're happy to go to court? Fine. If that's what you want, then that's what you'll get. I don't need a court to tell me how guilty you are. But obviously you're too poor and stupid to understand. So I'll have my lawyer spell it out for you. You're really going to regret this. You can run, hide, and lie all you want, but my lawyer will find out the truth and make you pay for what you've done. Plus, I have money, unlike you. I can afford the best, and when your stupid lawyer loses your case, you'll be wishing you never answered back to me. You'll finally realize how different our worlds are, and how much better I am than you. Yeah, sure. We'll see how that works out for you. If you agree on going to court, then let's speak with our lawyers and find a date that suits us all. We'll find out who's really in the wrong. You're the criminal! Of course you're in the wrong! You stole my watch! You deserve to get a punch in the face! Are you really sure about that? I wonder when you'll finally realize that your watch was never stolen. I wonder when it'll occur to you that your own husband took your watch and sold it. I bet you'll feel really stupid, huh? What are you talking about? What's your husband doing for work, Madison? Don't you know? Here's a hint. He's not working for the same company as my husband anymore. You may have thought that you would be living like a celebrity for the rest of your life, but it looks like your husband has plans of his own. Why don't you ask him about that? Then you'll realize how stupid you've been. You'll find out that your perfect life isn't as perfect as it seems. Boo-hoo! What are you saying? Are you trying to pin the blame on my husband? How stupid can you get? Why would my husband sell my watch? Sadly, you're the only person that hasn't noticed what her own husband has been up to recently. You should talk to him and see what he says. He might try and lie to you and cover it up. But everyone he worked with, including my husband, knows the truth. Knows the truth? What are you saying he's done? He resigned from his position at the company last month and became a scalper. Huh? A scalper? What's that? I've never heard of anything like that. My husband never told me that he resigned. And why would he? He has a great salary and a great position. What's worth throwing all that away? You're just trying to confuse me and draw my attention away from you stealing my watch. Well, I'm not falling for it, Maria. If you keep on saying stupid stuff like that, I'll punch you again. Madison, listen to what I'm saying, because I've had enough of repeating myself. Your husband became a scalper and started selling your stuff online. What? On top of that, he's been recommending it to his previous colleagues, offering to teach them and give them advice on how to sell things at higher prices. That's how everyone at the office found out why he'd resigned. He hasn't just been selling things that he's bought new. He's been selling your stuff too, since you have plenty of brand items. He must have thought you wouldn't miss anything. He's been selling them at ridiculous prices too. I'm surprised that anyone would want to buy anything for that price. But I guess some people are just desperate to look better than other people. Are you sure he hasn't been buying a lot of brand items recently? and they've disappeared without you realizing? Because I hear he's been buying stuff secondhand and selling that too. That's how scalpers work. When they buy things new, they buy a lot of the same items so they can sell them off at whatever price they want to, and then they buy secondhand items and change the way they advertise the product by taking better pictures and write stuff like vintage, limited edition to draw people in and sell things at higher price. Those are the lengths scalpers go to make money. My husband? A scalper? But he hasn't said anything about quitting his job. Are you sure? Has he really resigned? No one's seen him at the office for the past month? Yeah, I'm sure. He was bragging about it to one of his colleagues that he found a better job and wanted a partner to work with him. So he was asking for someone to introduce my husband to him. I can't believe it! My husband! You're telling me he resigned without telling me? You told me the other day that he's been working from home for the past few weeks, right? Why don't you take a look at his room where he's been working? You'll find plenty of evidence to back up what I'm saying, and you might even find your watch. You might even find that you've been missing a few other things too. You're joking, right? I still can't believe it. You mean that we can still afford to live in this apartment even though he's resigned? But if he's not a manager in a major company anymore, if he's making money like that, then it means that I can't brag about my perfect life anymore. Does that mean I'm not special anymore? Why should I care? The only person that ever thought you were special because your husband was a manager and was earning more money was you. Anyway, about the watch you accused me of stealing, funnily enough, it came up on an online flea market site when I search engined it. I heard from Sarah and the other moms that you made a fuss and sent them all pictures of the watch I stole the evening we went to visit, so I checked with them, and they say it's a match. The watch you say I took and the watch that's online are one and the same. It's been put up for sale on a flea market site? Seriously? You're actually serious about my husband selling my things? And he set the starting bid at a really incredible price, too. I hope that it's all a mistake and that it's just a stranger's watch that happens to have the exact same features. But the page was just created 2 days ago. I felt that it couldn't just be a coincidence and thought I should let you know. It's got nothing to do with me whether your husband sells your stuff or not. That's something you've got to deal with between yourselves. And we can't even confirm whether it really is your watch or not. But I'm not going to take your accusations lying down. Oh my god! That's it! If we can't confirm if it's my watch or not, then it's still possible that you have it! And you tried denying it, but it's still possible you didn't just find that page. You're the one that made it! I can't believe I fell for your lies! There's no way my husband would do anything like that! Here we go again. How about we talk to the police? They can search my house, but they won't find your watch or any proof that I sold it. Plus, they can find out who really owns that flea market page and confirm that I haven't touched your precious watch. But I wouldn't be worrying about your watch if I were you. I bet you'll be arrested for assault before you even give it back. Excuse me? Why would I be arrested? Anyone would agree with me that I wasn't wrong for punching you. It doesn't count as assault. Of course it's assault. No matter how expensive it was, you can't punch people over an accessory. When are you going to get that into your thick head? And you didn't just punch me, remember? You even tried to push me down the stairs. Imagine what might have happened if I didn't grab the handrails. If that doesn't count as assault, I don't know what does. At the very least, I'm going to report it to the police, and we'll see what they have to say about it. They can tell us who the real criminal is. You're going to report this to the police? I did it out of self-defense. The police will side with me if I tell them I felt intimidated by you. That you were going to hurt me. I think the security camera in the hallway outside your apartment will back up everything I'm saying and will prove that you're lying about me intimidating you. Huh? Security camera? If the police check the footage on the cameras, it'll show that you punched me the second you realized it was me when you opened the door. I didn't have any time to provoke or intimidate you, and I certainly didn't try and hit you first. The cameras will prove that you're guilty of assaulting me. Crap! I completely forgot about the cameras. Okay then, how about we make a deal? How much money do you want? That'll be enough to shut you up, right? You're offering me hush money? Wow. No thanks. I think you'll need it when my lawyer shuts you down in court, and after your husband gets caught for the illegal activities he's involved in. You're going to need to save as much money as you can while you still can. Plus, I plan on demanding plenty in compensation anyway. What do you mean while I still can? Your husband resigned from his elite and stable post in one of the biggest companies in the country to become a scalper, which isn't exactly a promising career. I mean, I can understand the addictiveness. It must be like hitting the jackpot in a casino. But that luck's not going to continue forever. One day, he'll be caught, or one day he's not going to be able to sell the stuff he's bought, and you'll both suffer the consequences. And I have a feeling that the police will be on his tail pretty soon, since he tried selling a guidebook to my husband and some other colleagues. A guidebook for reselling items, which he offered for another ridiculous price. Even you've got to agree that it wouldn't be strange if he was arrested for trying to con people. He was conning people? When? The guidebook he was selling was full of crap, Madison. And he was trying to sell it for $20,000. $20,000? Would someone actually buy that? Apparently, one of my husband's colleagues, a pretty naive guy, was seriously thinking about buying it until my husband stopped him. Your husband tried selling it to Luke too, but luckily for me, Luke's a bit too smart to get caught in a trap like that. But sooner or later, someone's going to get tricked, and I'm pretty sure that your husband will get charged for fraud or something for pulling tricks like this. Maria, I'm really sorry. I think we had a bit of a misunderstanding. I didn't mean to accuse you of anything. I panicked when I saw that my watch was gone. I swear. I hope that we can talk about this and make up. We've both had some prejudices about one another, but those will disappear and we can forget about all of this once we get to know each other. Would you like to come over for some coffee? Of course not. You punched me and tried to push me down the stairs. How do I know that you won't try and poison me by putting something in my drink? I don't want to talk, and I don't want to get to know you. I already know enough to make me feel that I never want to see you ever again. And I think that's a normal reaction for someone who's been punched for no reason. Don't say that. I really didn't mean it. I'm sorry. I want us to be friends, can't we? I understand that you're finally starting to worry about the consequences of what you've done, but there's no point in trying to sweet-talk me. I'm not going to change my mind about talking to the police, and my husband's planning on reporting your husband too. You'll both have to explain yourselves to the police, not to me. Maria, please! I don't want to lose this lifestyle! Forgive me! I'm begging you! You can't be so heartless! Even if you beg me, there's nothing I can do. Even if I could, I wouldn't. You need to learn your lesson. The ones that ruined your perfect lifestyle are you and your own husband because of your own thoughtless actions. And you've got to pay for them. I doubt you'll be able to enjoy your high-rise apartment for much longer, but do your best. I hope you can find a job too, once you're out of prison. Maria filed a report to the police, and both Madison and her husband were called in for questioning. In the end, they were both found guilty of their crimes and were arrested. Madison for her assault on Maria, and her husband was arrested for fraud. Their children were taken in by Madison's parents, and wouldn't be able to meet their own mother and father until they had left prison. Of course, they could no longer live in the high-rise apartment Madison was so fond of, and even when she did get out of prison, a lot of trouble would be waiting for her. She would have to work hard to regain the trust of her friends and loved ones, and would have to go and find a job herself in order to pay the debt she owed after paying Maria her compensation. We can only hope that she learned that doing bad things will always come back to haunt her.
Maria, I have something important to discuss with you. What is it? It's important. What time are you coming home tonight? I'm out now, so I don't think I'll be home until very late. Can we speak tomorrow? Where are you and what are you doing? I'd like you to come home as soon as possible so that we can talk. It's really important that we talk tonight. But I told you I'm out. Can't this wait? Or better yet, can you speak to Kevin about it? By the way, are you at the house right now? I am. I'll be waiting for you at my parents' house. I want you to come home as soon as possible. Where's Kevin today? He's still at work and hasn't come home yet. Where are you now? Do I have to tell you that? I don't think that's something that I need to share with you. Where you go is not my business, but if it's not that important, I'd like you to prioritize family today. I'd like you to come home right away. What's going on? If it's so urgent, can't you just tell me now? Fine, I'll ask you over chat. What did you do with my father's bank book? Huh? What bank book are you talking about? You know what I'm talking about, right? The fact that you're lying about it means that you're guilty. I was shocked to find out what you did, and used all of his money without asking for permission. I have no idea what you're talking about. You're being ludicrous. Can you ask Kevin about it? Don't involve Kevin. We know that you did it on your own. If you're not going to confess, we could just report it to the police. Is that a threat? Why are you making such a big deal about a lost bank book? Your father has gone senile and he probably lost his bank book. I'm sure of it. I'm sure he's not even looking for it. My father is not senile and he also suspects that you took his bank book from him. You don't know that he's senile because you don't live with him. He's very forgetful these days. The issue is not whether my father is forgetful or not. We found the missing bank book in your room. What? Well, if you found it, what's the problem? The room also belongs to Kevin. I'm not the only one that uses that room. How could you go into our room without permission? That's an invasion of privacy. You're the one committing a crime here, not me. You don't seem to get it. My father called me to say that his bank book was missing, and then I spoke to Kevin about it. So you already spoke to Kevin then? If you already got in touch with him, why get in touch with me too? Kevin gave me permission to go into your room. Well, I certainly didn't give you permission to go through my stuff. And I found the missing bank book in one of the drawers. You took the bank book that had the most money in it. And I saw that you had taken all the money out. What did you do with the money? Why are you asking me? I don't know. I'm sure that your father used the money for something and forgot about it. Either way, this has nothing to do with me. I see. If that's how you're going to play it. My father is clearly in distress because of what you did to him. You used up all the money that he had saved for his post-retirement. How many times do I have to tell you? It wasn't me. Don't blame me. You don't have any proof. You need to calm down. I think you're the one that needs to calm down. The way you write your chats isn't a style that is used by most people in their 30s. You need to grow up a little. My friends tell me that I sound young for my age. I'm sure that they're complimenting me. I don't think they're complimenting you. You committed a crime. Even if you're married to my brother, it's a crime if you take a family member's money without their consent. Why do you think I did it? It wasn't me. Who else could it be? This is serious. You committed a crime. I went to the bank with my father. They told us that a woman had come into the bank several times with my father's bank seal and taken out money from the account. They showed me that person's signature and it was your name on the papers. Oh, so you know then. I didn't think the bank would show the signed papers to anyone. Don't they know what client confidentiality means? Well, the account belongs to my father, so I think he has every right to know who took money from his account. What did you use the money for? Why do I need to tell you that? Your father lives on his own, and it's not like he needed the money for anything. He doesn't have to provide for your mother anymore, and Kevin pays some money to your father as rent. So he won't miss any of the money that I spent. It's not like he can take the money with him when he dies. I was just helping him to make good use of his money. You're not making any sense to me. What I mean is there's no point in having all this money if you're not going to use it. Your father should be thanking me for using his money. I really don't understand your logic. It makes no sense to me. You committed a serious crime and I'm going to report it to the police. But this is a family matter. Why do you need to bring the police into this? I live under the same roof as your father, so his things are mine and my things are his. It's okay to share because we're family. The police won't take this seriously. Considering the amount that you stole, this is a big deal. I think that it makes sense to involve the police because my father never agreed to give you his money. I've already spoken to Kevin about this. Well, I'm sure that Kevin can pay back your father from his salary. It's not a big deal. I don't work, so I can't pay back the money even if I wanted to. Is this a joke to you? Do you think that this is funny? Like I said earlier, I only spent the money because your father had no use for it. I did him a favor. I'm sure that if your father understands where I'm coming from, he'd want to thank me. So you have no remorse for what you did. You stole money and you have the nerve to say that you did something good? You're unbelievable, you know that? You're not listening to me. I've been listening, but you're not making any sense. And my father tells me that you're always out and never at the house. If you don't work, what do you do all day? That's not something that I need to share with you. You don't help with the chores at all, so my father's been taking care of the house on his own. You don't even cook for my father or Kevin. They eat takeout every night. Do you even care about their health? Do I have to prepare the meals by myself? I buy their dinner and leave it on the table so they can eat it when they like. What's the problem here? I had no idea that you and your father were saying mean things about me behind my back. I'm very hurt. I know that you're at the casino right now. What? I know that you have a gambling addiction. Kevin told me about it, and he also told me that you promised that you'd stop gambling when you guys got engaged. Kevin believes that you've been keeping your promise to him, but if he knew that you were at the casino right now, what would he think of you? What casino are you at? Fine, I won't deny it. I'm at the casino. I didn't win any money today, so I'm taking a break and chatting with you. You're delusional. Kevin is also crazy for falling in love with you. You were his first serious girlfriend, so he didn't know any better. Kevin loves me for who I am. Kevin has agreed to take this matter to the police. I'm sure that Kevin will talk to you after he gets off work, but he wants to divorce you. So you should be prepared for that. Huh? A divorce? Kevin would never leave me. He loves me too much. I don't think that Kevin feels the same way. What? Kevin did love you very much, but when he found out that you stole his father's money, he was shocked to see the least. And if he finds out that you're still gambling, basically he married a liar. So you used our father's hard-earned money on gambling. It's unforgivable. Look, I haven't spoken to Kevin yet, and you're putting words in his mouth. I'm going to clear the air with Kevin when I see him later. You can say what you want, but I won't believe a word that comes out of your mouth. Right back at you. Yeah, whatever. You can make up all the excuses that you want, but I won't believe a word that you say to me. The only thing I ask is that you return the money that you stole and that you move out of the house. I never want to see your face again. I live there. You can't kick me out of my own house. We can't let you back into the house. You might steal something. I'm going to stay with my father and Kevin tonight, so if you want to try to come home, I won't let you in. Why don't you sleep outside, you ungrateful bitch? Rhea came home from the casino, but her sister-in-law Ariel wouldn't let her into the house. She was taken to the police station after Ariel called the police on her. Kevin apologized to his father for what his wife had done. After a family discussion, Kevin decided to divorce Rhea and report the stealing of his father's money to the police. Rhea didn't have a place to live, a job, or any savings, so she was desperate to get Kevin to forgive her and take her back. But Kevin no longer wanted anything to do with her and shut her out completely. It seems that a difficult future lies ahead for Rhea.
By the way, it turns out I have a golf trip with my boss this weekend, so I'm leaving all the moving preparations to you. There seem to be a lot of procedures to take care of, so make sure you handle it properly.
Wait, what? Are you serious? We talked about how this weekend would be hectic with the move. And now you're saying you've scheduled a trip?
Well, it's with my boss, you see. He invited me, and there's really nothing I can do about it.
But that's not acceptable. It's work-related, and you could have declined the invitation. Don't you think it's important to prioritize family during such a difficult time?
Hey, don't speak ill of my boss. He's just looking out for me. I want to get promoted, you know. You understand that, right? I can't keep catering to your whims all the time.
My whims? Are you kidding me? This is about our family. It's an important matter. I can't understand how you could even think this way. Why did you agree to go on this trip?
I'm the one who can't understand your reasoning. Are you saying I should prioritize you over my job? Seriously, you're acting like a tyrant. It's kind of scary.
That's not what I'm saying. Look, Derek, you've been acting strange lately. Ever since we decided to buy a new house, your attitude has changed. You never used to talk like this.
What? You're imagining things. I'm working hard to support our family. You should also try to understand my perspective and make some effort.
Well, I'm trying my best too. I'm working hard for the family, just like you.
If that's the case, then you should be able to understand me too. So instead, I'll have my parents help out. You could take care of everything else yourself. And by the way, I'm heading out for a drinking party now.
Wait, another drinking party today? You said you would be home for dinner. I've already cooked. Come on, Derek, are you even listening to me? This is getting ridiculous.
Look, this is just how it is. I need to maintain good relationships with my boss and colleagues. You know how important networking is in my line of work? This trip could lead to future opportunities, and I can't just turn it down.
But what about the move? What about us? I thought we were in this together. Don't you care about how stressed I am about all these preparations? It feels like you're putting your job before our family.
I understand that it's stressful, but there are things I need to do to secure our future. The new house is a big step for us, and I want to ensure that we're financially stable. Sometimes sacrifices have to be made.
Sacrifices? Is that what you call it? Sacrificing time with your family for a golf trip? I thought we agreed to work together to make this transition smooth for everyone involved. I feel like I'm the only one invested in this process.
You know that's not true. I'm doing this for all of us. Can't you see that? I'm trying to build a better life for us. It's not just about the golf trip. It's about my career progression.
Derek, your career is important, but so is our family. I need you here with me. I can't handle this alone. I thought we were partners, but lately it feels like you're just going through the motions. Your absence during such a critical time is not just disappointing, it's heartbreaking.
Look, I get it, and I do care. I want what's best for our family, too. But you have to understand the pressures I'm under. I'm juggling a lot right now. I want to make sure we have everything we need for our new home and our future.
I appreciate that you're trying to provide for us, but what good is it if you're not present? I don't want a life filled with material things if it means sacrificing our time together. I just need you here, supporting me as I navigate this process.
I promise I'll be there for you once I return from this trip. It's just a weekend after all. We can tackle the moving preparations together once I'm back. Just give me this time.
You don't seem to understand. A weekend feels like an eternity when I'm dealing with everything on my own. I thought we would be sharing these moments, and instead I'm left here to manage it all. It's not fair.
I know it seems unfair, but you have to trust that I'm doing this for us. I promise it will pay off in the long run. The more effort I put into my job now, the more secure our future will be.
Trust? It's hard to trust when I feel like I'm not a priority in your life. Every time you choose work over family, it chips away at that trust. You might not realize it, but it creates a rift between us.
I never meant to create any distance. I care about you and our family more than anything else. I hope you can see that this trip is just a small part of the bigger picture.
I just wish you'd see things from my perspective for once. I need you here. Not just physically, but emotionally. It's disheartening to feel like I'm going through this alone.
I'm sorry you feel that way. I'll do my best to make it up to you. I'll make sure to be more involved once I'm back. Can you give me that chance?
I'll try, but it's difficult. I want to believe that you care, but actions speak louder than words. Please, just think about how your choices affect us.
I will, I promise. Just hang in there a little longer.
All right, Derek. But I really hope you understand how much this means to me. I need you, especially now.
I promise I'll be back before you know it, and we'll tackle everything together. Just try not to worry too much while I'm away.
Okay, I'll do my best. But please, think about what I've said.
I will. I promise to do better. You know, I saw you getting scolded by your mom again this morning. It's honestly hilarious how she calls you a terrible wife. It just proves that what I've been feeling all along wasn't wrong after all.
Well, about that, I just can't take it anymore. Seriously, why do your parents have to live with us? They just moved in without asking and expect to live here with us. It's so frustrating. And what's worse is that I'm treated like some kind of servant. It's unbearable to have to deal with this every single day.
If you're gonna be a good wife, you should at least have the kindness to let your in-laws stay in a new home with you. Your mom being strict is just her way of teaching you how to be a better wife. If you don't like it, you can just leave.
Wait, are you serious?
Of course! Do you think I'm joking? Go ahead and try leaving if you can. I've already filled out the divorce papers and handed them to you, right? You've got all the necessary documents with you, don't you? But let's be real, you won't actually go through with it. No one's gonna want to pick up a 30-something woman like you, especially not with your attitude. The chances of finding a second husband after a divorce are basically zero for you.
Do you really think so?
I absolutely do. If you think you can leave, then go ahead and try it. Just know that once you walk out that door, you're never coming back.
Thank you. I'll be leaving right away, so goodbye.
Wait, what? Hold on. You really aren't being cute right now, acting all stubborn like that.
No, I'm not acting stubborn. I really mean it. I'm leaving, so goodbye.
You're actually serious?
Yes, I am. I've made up my mind. I'm leaving for real.
But you can't just throw everything away like that. What about the life we built together?
Life? What life? Living like this, being treated like a maid in my own home? That's not living at all. I refuse to put up with this kind of nonsense any longer.
You really think you could just walk out of here and find a better life? Who do you think will take you in? You'll be back before you know it.
You don't know that. I'm done with this. I can't keep living in a situation that makes me miserable. I've reached my breaking point, and I deserve to be happy.
Sure, go ahead and say that, but you know deep down you'll regret this. It's not as easy as it sounds. What will you do when you realize you've made a huge mistake?
It won't be a mistake. I'm ready to take the leap. I deserve to live my life without constantly feeling like a burden.
But you're acting impulsively. If you really thought this through, you could lose everything.
I'd rather lose everything than keep living this way. I want a chance to start over, to find a life where I'm treated with respect.
You're acting like a child, making decisions without considering the consequences. Is this really how you want to handle things?
I'm not a child. I'm taking control of my life for once. I won't let anyone dictate how I should live.
Fine. Do whatever you want. Just remember you're the one making this choice.
I will, and I'm excited about it.
You really think you're going to find a better situation?
Yes, I do.
Well, good luck with that.
Thank you.
Just don't come crying back to me when you realize how tough it is out there.
I won't. It'll be fine.
Hey, Hadley, where the hell are you? Get back home right now!
What? We're divorced, remember? So can you stop giving me orders? You don't have that right anymore.
What do you mean? You haven't paid the mortgage even once! Am I supposed to pay for everything now?
Yes, that's the case. Is that shocking to you? This is your house where you and your parents are living, right? It's only natural that you should pay the mortgage for your own home.
I don't understand! Weren't you the one paying for it?
No, I wasn't. I noticed something was off with you, and I thought it was strange. So I decided to hold off for a bit and trust my instincts. And sure enough, your parents moved in. To make matters worse, they seem to think I'm some kind of servant, using me however they please, while you're just as useless. I have no money to pay for the happiness of such people.
What the hell? I thought I could happily live here because you bought the house! My parents were really happy about it too!
I submitted the divorce papers and changed the ownership to your name at that time. Since you haven't paid the mortgage even once, it's all on you now. If you want to keep living here, you should just pay the mortgage yourself. It'll be a tough road ahead, but your paying the mortgage will allow you to maintain your family's happy lifestyle, right? You should completely abandon any naive thoughts about needing my help. You just need to figure it out on your own.
There's no way I can afford that! I have various expenses besides my family!
Huh? That's just being spoiled. You've been depending on me all this time while using all your money for your own whims. From now on, you'll have to handle everything yourself, from your parents to the mortgage. If you can't do that, then you should give up on having a happy life.
It's impossible! I want to go golfing with my boss, too! There's no way I should have to pay the mortgage. I didn't buy the house with this in mind.
Then you should reflect on your actions. You have relied on me for everything, from household matters to living expenses, while you've been spending all the money you earned on yourself. The fact that you mistook me for your servant is just your bad luck.
What can I do about that? You're the one who's capable and can handle everything. And you don't have any expensive hobbies, so why can't you manage this? I just made you cook because you said you enjoyed it. You've been able to do what you like, right?
Huh? Get your facts straight, you jerk. I won't happily cook meals for a worthless person like you who does nothing for the family. On top of that, your mother keeps complaining and trying to adjust the seasoning to her taste, making the food taste ridiculous. After she messes everything up, she blames me for it. You've always been on your mother's side, and if you thought I was enjoying cooking in that environment, then your perception is completely off.
That's awful. You didn't have to say all that. I'm just working hard and using that money to have some fun. If I can't get along with my mother, it's your fault.
In that case, I'll also use the money I earn for myself. I can't keep spending money on groceries for your parents and wasting my time cooking. I won't be paying the mortgage for a house where such people live comfortably anymore.
Why do you have to say it like that? Fine, let's have a talk about this. Talk face to face with your parents. If we do that, we'll definitely be able to understand each other better.
Understand each other? That's impossible. And even if we could understand each other, what would that accomplish for me? There's no benefit for me in that. What you want is an understanding. You want to keep using me as your servant to your advantage. You just want to manipulate me, but your words don't resonate with me at all.
Why would you think that? I wouldn't bother contacting you like this if I didn't want to try again. I wouldn't send a message like this if I didn't want to get back together.
I don't want to get back together with you, and I'll say it clearly. You just want to make me your servant again. Your methods are sickening, and don't think I'm clueless about everything.
What are you talking about?
You'll understand eventually. Now, let's break this down a bit more. I can't believe you have the audacity to act like this after everything that's happened between us. I remember when we first moved into this house, I thought it would be a fresh start for both of us. But then your parents moved in and everything changed. I felt like I was being suffocated. You might not see it, but it felt like my life was no longer my own. I was constantly walking on eggshells, trying to please everyone but myself. Do you even realize how it felt to have your parents dictate what goes on in our home? It was supposed to be our sanctuary, a place where we could create our own memories and build our lives together. Instead, I was stuck playing the role of a housekeeper and a servant. And what did you do? You just sat there, enjoying the perks while I dealt with the mess. You acted like it was all fine, and that everything was normal. But deep down, I was drowning in the situation. I tried talking to you about it, but you brushed me off. You'll get used to it, you said. They're just trying to help. Help? What kind of help is it when I'm the one who ends up doing all the work? I felt so alone in that house, alone in our relationship. The fact that you didn't see that really hurt me. And now you come here, demanding that I pay for a house I don't even want to live in anymore. You've got to be kidding me. You act like I owe you something. Like I should feel grateful for the life you've given me. Newsflash, I'm not grateful. I've spent too long putting up with your selfishness and your parents' interference in our lives. I'm back, Hadley. I'm all set. Cameron, thank you. Finally, this moment has come. Yeah, it really has. You've worked so hard. You've endured so much with that worthless guy. Your in-laws just moved in without permission and treated you like a slave. I would have been tempted to call the police if I were in your shoes. Thanks for understanding. You have no idea how many times I almost lost my mind during all of this. But now I can finally get my revenge, and I intend to make him regret treating me like this. Once this is all over, I'm going to find my own happiness, and thinking that I can finally put this behind me actually makes me feel amazing. That's right. At first, I was really worried about whether I should tell you or not, but I guess it was the right choice after all, right? Of course. I'm actually really grateful to you for this. You see, I originally felt something was off, but I just ignored it and pretended not to notice. If I had continued doing that, I would have ended up living a life of enduring all that forever. I would have kept putting up with the bullying and petty remarks from those awful in-laws. And you were the one who saved me from that. That might be true, but... Plus, you didn't just shock me. You also propose solutions. I'm really thankful for that. I'm glad to hear you say that. Some people might say it's better not to tell the person directly. They might think, what's the point of telling them? It's just mean-spirited. But with everything you've been struggling with regarding your own parents, I wanted to show you that this family dynamic is strange, and I wanted you to be happy with someone who truly deserves you. Yeah, I can definitely feel that sentiment. Thank you for always thinking about me. You've really helped me a lot with the situation. Just a little bit longer. I appreciate your support.
Hey, Hadley, what the hell is this? Why did you send me something like this?
Why, you ask? Well, it's because I'm expecting you to pay me some compensation.
Huh?
It's not, huh? Of course it is. After all, you were involved with another woman while you were married to me.
How do you know about that? And why are you sending me this now of all times?
It's not now or later. This is about the time when we were married, so I thought I should settle things properly before cutting ties with you.
What the hell does that mean? You send me something like this, videos and photos, and let my parents see them too. It's nothing but humiliation.
Oh, is that so? Then maybe you shouldn't have done something that would end up being embarrassing from the start, huh? You adored me and excluded me from your parents' lives, and yet seeing your mistakes revealed should be nothing to worry about.
That's a different story. When did you notice all this?
I felt something was off from the beginning. However, my certainty changed when my best friend told me she spotted you with that woman at a fancy hotel lounge.
What the hell? Why didn't I hear about this?
Of course you wouldn't have. While you were off in your own world, my best friend turned pale and sent me proof with photos. She said, "Isn't that Hadley's husband with another woman, enjoying themselves in the hotel lounge? Surely that can't be right."
Was it really me? You must be mistaken, right?
It was definitely you, clear as day. Do you understand? You wore that outfit when you came home, and I remember how I felt when I chose that outfit for you.
That's...
My best friend was probably heartbroken over it too. She was conflicted about whether or not to tell me if she was really Hadley's husband, but she decided she couldn't keep pretending not to know when she was with me. She said if I was being deceived, I needed to know the truth and be able to find my own happiness. She even introduced me to a detective.
Well, it's not like that's such a big deal. You're just overreacting. You women really have a way of making everything about yourselves. Isn't it normal for a guy to mess up sometimes?
Don't try to brush it off like that. And why are you acting like you represent all men? Not every guy is like that in this world. If you're saying that seriously, then you're just a piece of trash.
What are you talking about? Your father did the same thing, didn't he? That's why your family fell apart and you've been playing the victim, always fighting. You said that yourself. You know better than anyone that guys are like that. What are you expecting?
So you really are that kind of person, huh? That's right. I grew up in a family like that. Both of them had other partners outside of the family, acting like victims, while I, as a child witnessing this, learned to be suspicious of people. That's why I picked up on your suspicious behavior rather quickly. It's ironic, isn't it? I didn't want to create a family like that, yet here I am, married to a guy who does just that.
You're starting to understand, huh? That means you bear some responsibility too, right? You chose me after all.
Do whatever you want.
What did you say?
I don't care what you think of me. Feel free to laugh at me as the poor, foolish woman who was betrayed by you with another woman. That's the truth after all. I got hurt again because I caught a worthless man. But that doesn't change the fact that I'm the victim here.
Don't change the subject. You chose me on your own, so realize that you were wrong and that it's your fault your husband was taken away by another woman. And just keep quiet. Don't do any more unnecessary things.
So I'm telling you, do whatever you want. I already knew you were the self-centered type of guy. That's why I believe getting a divorce was the right choice. So, I was prepared for you to come back at me like this.
What? Do you even understand? So stop exaggerating.
Whether or not to make it a big deal is up to you. I sent the same incriminating documents to your girlfriend too. Today is your day off, so I'm sure you two are fighting right now.
Huh? Hey, no way. You're not serious, are you?
Of course, I am serious. I fully intend to demand a hefty compensation from you. You freely expressed your theories, but it's great that you admitted it yourself and gave a proper statement. Now I have more evidence, and there's no way I'm losing.
Hey, wait. You didn't set me up, did you?
You don't need to worry about that. I've got everything prepared so that even if you don't admit it, it's all good. But I'm glad I was able to hear your opinion. Now that I know for sure you're a piece of trash, I can crush you without any hesitation.
No, wait! Getting others involved is really too much! We were the married couple, right? We should solve this ourselves! I said too much! I'll apologize properly!
Your apology isn't worth a single penny. You're the one who did something wrong, so you're the one who's going to face the consequences. No matter how much self-centered nonsense you try to lay out, the one who will be laughing in the end is me. You've tormented me for so long. Now it's time for you to pay for your sins and fall into hell. As I looked at Derek, it was clear he was in a state of panic. The once confident demeanor he had maintained throughout our tumultuous relationship was now replaced with an unmistakable sense of dread. He attempted to apologize, trying to express remorse for everything that had happened between us. It was almost comical how desperately he sought forgiveness at that moment. However, I couldn't help but feel that his apology was nothing more than an act of self-preservation. For me, an apology that seemed to be motivated by guilt and fear of consequences held no true value. I had endured so much pain because of his actions, and merely saying, "I'm sorry," would not erase the suffering I had experienced. So, instead of accepting his half-hearted attempt at reconciliation, I firmly asserted my demand for compensation. It was time for Derek to face the consequences of his choices, and I was resolute in my pursuit of justice. The emotional scars he had left on me were deep, and I wanted to ensure that he understood the gravity of his actions. As I laid out my case for the compensation I deserved, I could see the despair wash over him. He realized that he was not in a position to pay me what I was asking for. The truth was, he had not only betrayed me, but had also accumulated financial burdens that he could no longer manage. With a heavy heart, I watched as he grappled with the reality that he and his family would now face the consequences of his betrayal. News quickly spread about the repercussions of Derek's actions. It wasn't long before I heard the whispers about his family's downfall. Unable to cope with the financial strain caused by the compensation I sought, they ultimately lost everything. Their home, their stability, and their sense of security all crumbled as a result of his choices. It seemed fitting in a way. They had treated me like I was expendable, and now they were experiencing a taste of the chaos they had inflicted upon me. I couldn't deny that a part of me felt a sense of satisfaction at the turn of events. Here was a man who had caused me immense emotional turmoil, and now he was facing the consequences of his actions. In a twisted way, it felt like poetic justice. After everything they had put me through, I couldn't help but think, serves you right. Their descent into homelessness was a stark reminder of how quickly things could change. The very individuals who had once held power over me, who had dismissed my feelings and my worth, were now struggling for basic necessities. It was a bitter irony that I found myself savoring. In the aftermath of this turmoil, I realized that I had emerged stronger. I had fought for my dignity and my right to be heard. No longer would I allow myself to be a victim of someone else's poor choices. Instead, I had taken a stand, demanding what was rightfully mine. It was a powerful realization that shifted my perspective on the entire situation. As Derek's attempts to apologize faded into the background of my life, I found myself contemplating the lessons I had learned from this ordeal. The pain he had caused me had been profound, but it had also ignited a fire within me. I was no longer willing to accept the treatment I had endured. This realization marked a turning point in my journey. I began to focus on rebuilding my life, using the strength I had gained from confronting Derek to propel me forward. I refused to allow his actions to define me any longer. Instead, I set out to create a future that was free from the shadows of my past. I sought support from friends and family, and they rallied around me during this challenging time. Their encouragement reminded me of my worth and helped me see that I was not alone. I began to embrace the idea that I could rewrite my narrative, crafting a story that was rooted in empowerment rather than victimhood. With each passing day, I found myself growing more resilient. I focused on self-care and healing, allowing myself the time and space to process everything that had happened. It was a journey filled with ups and downs, but I was determined to emerge from it all stronger than before. Derek's attempts at reaching out to me gradually faded into oblivion. I had moved on from the need for his apologies or explanations. I was no longer interested in his words. I was more concerned with my own healing and growth. I had learned that I deserved better, and I was committed to creating a life that reflected that belief. As I continued on this path, I found solace in the knowledge that I had taken control of my own destiny. I was no longer a pawn in Derek's game. I was the one holding the pieces. This sense of agency empowered me, and I started making choices that aligned with my newfound values. Derek's downfall, while unfortunate, was a reminder of the importance of accountability. He had taken advantage of my kindness and trust, and now he was facing the repercussions of his actions. I had no sympathy for his plight. After all, he had chosen to betray me. In my heart, I felt a sense of closure. The pain I had experienced was still present, but it was no longer a defining factor in my life. Instead, I began to view it as a catalyst for growth. I had learned valuable lessons about trust, resilience, and the importance of standing up for myself. With each step I took away from the darkness of my past, I felt lighter. The burden of Derek's betrayal began to lift, and I could finally breathe without the weight of anxiety pressing down on me. I was embracing my independence, and it felt liberating. Over time, I realized that this experience had transformed me in ways I hadn't anticipated. I became more aware of my worth and less willing to tolerate disrespect in any form. I had emerged from the fire, forged into a stronger version of myself. Derek's name slowly faded from my thoughts, replaced by a newfound sense of purpose. I began pursuing my passions, setting goals for myself that were aligned with the person I had become. Each accomplishment, no matter how small, was a testament to my resilience and determination. I found joy in the little things, spending time with friends, exploring new hobbies, and investing in my own personal growth. I was no longer defined by my past. I was crafting a future that was filled with hope and possibility. As I looked ahead, I could see a life that was vibrant and full of opportunities. I no longer felt the need to dwell on the negativity that had once surrounded me. Instead, I embraced the idea that I was the author of my own story, and I had the power to shape it as I saw fit. In the end, Derek's downfall served as a reminder that life had a way of balancing the scales. While I may have experienced pain and suffering, I had also discovered strength and resilience. I was grateful for the lessons learned, and I looked forward to the future with optimism. This chapter in my life was just the beginning of a new journey, one that was marked by growth, self-discovery, and the unwavering belief that I deserved happiness. No longer would I allow anyone to dictate my worth. I was taking the reins, and I was excited to see where this journey would lead me. With each new day, I was reminded of my power and my potential. I had weathered the storm, and now I was ready to embrace the sunshine. The future was bright, and I was determined to make the most of it. I had come so far, and there was no turning back now. In this newfound sense of freedom, I found the courage to explore uncharted territories of my life. The possibilities were endless, and I was ready to dive in headfirst, fueled by the knowledge that I had the strength to overcome anything that came my way. So, as I moved forward, I carried the lessons learned from this experience with me. I was a survivor, a warrior in my own right, and I would not let the past dictate my future. I had reclaimed my life, and I was ready to write the next chapter with purpose and passion.
Olivia, are you serious about this?
Oh, what? I didn't expect you to still be contacting me.
I really need to have a proper conversation with you.
Oh, really? And what exactly do you want?
Today is your wedding day, right? I was really looking forward to it, you know? I even got myself a brand new dress, excited to celebrate this special day with you. And yet, because of you, I ended up getting egg yolk all over me.
Oh, really? Well, that was exactly what I was aiming for.
Why do I have to be treated like this? Why are you trying to kick me out of the wedding venue? After everything I've done for you, I've worked tirelessly for your sake all this time. The tuition fees for your university, the expenses for you to live on your own, I've supported you financially through all of it.
And that's exactly what the problem is.
What do you mean by that?
Do you even know who I'm marrying?
Of course I do. He seems like a serious, wonderful man.
That's not what I'm talking about. My husband is a doctor. Not just a doctor, but the eldest son of a prestigious medical family. All the guests on his side of the family attending this wedding are high-class elites.
Yes, I know. That's quite impressive.
Which is why I didn't want someone like you, someone so filthy, to attend.
Filthy? Are you calling me filthy? Why would you say that?
Because you work in the nightlife industry, obviously.
What?
I didn't want someone who works in such a dirty job to be at my wedding. You're an embarrassment.
But you've never said anything like that before.
You should have been able to pick up on it. It's not like I needed to spell it out for you.
But I only started working in that industry to support myself and, more importantly, to support you. It was with that money that I was able to pay your tuition and living expenses while you were in college.
I never asked you to work in the nightlife industry for me. Haha, what a joke.
How could you say something so cruel?
You're nothing but an embarrassment to the family. If you don't leave right now, I'll throw another raw egg at you.
But I just want to see you in your wedding dress. Isn't that enough reason for me to stay? Don't you understand that I genuinely want to celebrate your special day?
Oh, please. You're just here to show off your connections to me and try to get close to other doctors, aren't you?
That's not true at all. I really just want to...
You're nothing but a poor woman working in a sleazy industry. Who are you trying to fool?
Poor? That's not true. I've managed just fine.
Well, compared to you, I'm a total winner. From now on, I'm going to live a luxurious life as the wife of a doctor. I'll never have to worry about money again. My life is set.
Winning? Is that really the reason you're getting married? That doesn't seem right to me.
Ugh, don't act like you know anything. You're just a pathetic single woman, so don't go talking like you have any clue about how this works.
Oh, right. Sorry about that. You're right. I'm not in a position to say anything. But still, can't I at least attend the ceremony? I really want to celebrate your wedding, to be there for you.
Absolutely not. Besides, how would it look to have a woman covered in egg yolks standing around at my wedding? It'd be an embarrassment to the other guests.
But you're the one who threw the egg at me.
Shut up, I don't care. Just go home already.
Fine, I'll leave.
Yes, finally. Jennifer, where are you?
Oh, there you are, Mom.
Yeah, it's me. If you don't hurry, the ceremony will start any minute now.
I know.
Please, don't leave me alone here. I've been feeling so nervous ever since we got here.
Nervous? Why would you be nervous?
Well, it just feels strange to me that Olivia is getting married. It's a bit hard to wrap my head around it.
You think so?
Yes, from my perspective, both you and Olivia still feel like children. I can't quite shake that image, you know?
Oh, come on, stop it already. I'm 29 years old now, remember?
Right, of course. I know that. It's just that, well, I've caused you so much trouble over the years, and that thought hasn't left my mind.
Trouble? You? I don't think you've caused me any trouble at all, honestly.
No, you're wrong, Jennifer. I've definitely caused you trouble. I had you working from such a young age.
That's not your fault, Mom. The one who's to blame is Dad for abandoning us. He's the one who walked out on us and left you all alone to take care of me and Olivia. He's the one who's at fault here.
That may be true, but I still feel like I carry some of the responsibility for how things turned out.
You don't need to feel that way. The one who was wrong was him. He was the one who had an affair and left us behind. You, on the other hand, worked so hard to raise us on your own. You did everything you could to provide for us. I'm so grateful to you for that, and I always will be.
I couldn't have sent Olivia to university if it wasn't for you. It's because you took on so much work yourself and helped with the household that I was able to focus on Olivia's future. You made sure she could have the opportunity she deserved.
Mom.
It's true. But if I had been stronger, if I had managed things better, maybe you wouldn't have had to sacrifice so much. Maybe you could have had an easier life too, if I had just been more capable.
Please, let's not talk about the past like that. What's done is done. We got through it together, and that's what matters. There's no use in dwelling on what we can't change.
Yes, you're right. I'm sorry. Here I am, bringing up sad memories on such a happy occasion. This is Olivia's big day, and I shouldn't be going down this road.
It's okay, really. But you're right. Let's focus on the wedding. Go ahead and find your seat, Mom. You don't want to be late and make a scene, right?
Yes, of course, but Jennifer, why do you sound so off? Is something wrong? You've been avoiding something this whole time.
Actually, Mom, I won't be attending the ceremony.
What? What do you mean you won't attend? Jennifer, what's going on?
It's Olivia. She doesn't want me at the wedding.
What? Why would she say something like that? What's gotten into her? I don't understand.
Mom, listen, I'm going to explain everything to you, but you need to stay calm and hear me out, okay?
Okay, I'll try to stay calm. But what in the world is going on with your sister?
All right then, I'm heading out.
Yeah, well, you don't even need to bother telling me that. Just make sure you leave quickly before any of my husband's relatives see you.
Fine, I got it.
Oh, and by the way, take Mom with you as well.
What? Why should I?
Because it's embarrassing to have someone who looks so shabby hanging around, don't you think?
Shabby? Mom's doing her best. She dressed as nicely as she could for this day. She's put in effort.
You really think so? If that's her best, then it's all the more reason to get her out of here before anyone else notices.
Hey, what are you even saying right now, Olivia? Mom is the person who raised both of us all by herself. She sacrificed so much for us. She put our needs first every single time, even when it meant putting herself last. You can't talk about her like that. You just can't.
So what? Mom wants me to be happy, right?
Of course, she's always wanted nothing but the best for you. That's what any mother would want for her children.
Exactly. So if she really cared about my happiness, she wouldn't have shown up to the wedding looking like that. She should have just stayed away altogether.
What? What are you even saying right now?
I mean, come on. If people here find out that someone as pitiful as her is my mother, it'll ruin my reputation. Everyone will start looking down on me. Is that what you want?
That's ridiculous. No one is going to judge you for having Mom at your wedding.
Well, that just shows how clueless you are, doesn't it? You wouldn't understand since you're used to living like a poor person. But in high-class families like the one I'm marrying into, appearances and family background mean everything. It's all about maintaining an image, keeping up with society's expectations. That's why I kicked you out earlier. I couldn't have someone like you around ruining things. But now having Mom here, that completely defeats the purpose. So do me a favor and take her out of here, for my sake.
Mom has been looking forward to your wedding so much. She's been talking about it every day, counting down the days until today.
I don't care about that at all. I really don't. I'll send her a picture of the wedding later. That should be enough for her.
Olivia, you've changed. You weren't like this before. You weren't this kind of person.
What do you even know about me? Don't pretend like you understand me, you filthy woman working in the nightlife industry.
You can say whatever you want about me, I don't mind, but don't look down on people who work in that industry. Those people work hard every day. We try to make sure that the customers who come in leave feeling happy and entertained. We do everything we can to give them a good experience. We put our all into our jobs, so don't insult those people just because you don't understand.
Oh, please, the nightlife industry is just for people who couldn't make it in a respectable job. It's for people who are lazy, desperate, or failed at life.
That's completely wrong. You don't know anything about it. And you're not just insulting me, you're insulting everyone who works hard in that industry. Also, I will not let you talk badly about Mom like that. She doesn't deserve it.
Huh? What are you even talking about? It's Mom's fault we went through all that hardship growing up. She couldn't even keep Dad from leaving us. She's the one who let all this happen. Don't act like you've never been angry at her for that.
That's not true. How could you think that way? Olivia, what have you been watching all these years? Haven't you seen how hard she works? Every day, every single day, she pushed herself for us. She worked herself to the bone just to give us a better life.
Yeah, I saw it. It was pathetic. Watching her scrape by like that, barely making ends meet, it was embarrassing.
I see. So that's how you really feel.
Yes, that's exactly how I feel. What's the problem? Did I say something wrong?
No, you're free to feel however you want. Do as you please.
Good. Then hurry up and take Mom out of here already.
All right, I'll do as you asked. I'll take Mom out of the venue. But just know this, you're making a terrible mistake. One day, you'll regret what you've done.
Wait a minute. There's something I need to say.
What now? I'm already leaving with Mom, just like you told me to.
Honestly, you should have left a lot sooner. You were never supposed to come in the first place.
So, what's it you want to say? Make it quick.
Yeah, I know. What I want to say is this. From now on, I don't want you or Mom involved in my life. Stay out of it completely.
You mean you want to cut all ties with us?
That's exactly what I mean. I'm glad you understand quickly.
First you tell me not to attend the ceremony, and now you want to cut ties completely? Honestly, I am shocked. So all those times before the wedding, when you excitedly showed us the pamphlets and plans for your big day, was that all a lie?
Was that all a lie? Yes, it was. I was just pretending to be a good daughter, playing the part of someone who cared. Consider it my last act of familial duty. But starting today, I'm officially a part of my husband's family, and you two are nothing but a burden. So cut ties with me. It would be a real nuisance if you came back into my life later, asking for money because you were struggling.
Is this something that your husband's family also wants?
I wouldn't know, but I'm sure they feel the same way I do.
I see. Well, if that's what you want, then fine.
Oh, that was a quick response. I didn't expect you to agree so easily.
What? Did you want me to put up a fight?
Of course not, but I thought you'd be more attached. I always figured you were the type who would cling to money, so this is a bit surprising.
Don't worry, Mom understands too, and she agrees with this decision.
Oh, good. I'm glad to hear that. So, from now on, we're nothing more than strangers to each other. Is that clear?
Yes, I understand.
Just don't come back crying to me later, begging for help. I won't be there for you.
You don't need to worry about that. I can guarantee that's never going to happen.
Hey, what are you going to do about this? This is all your fault.
What? I thought we agreed not to contact each other anymore.
Shut up. This is an emergency.
What's going on?
The wedding has been canceled.
What? Why?
It's all because of you. You said unnecessary things to my husband's parents.
Unnecessary things? I didn't say anything like that. All I did was tell them that we were leaving. Of course, I explained in detail why we were leaving, but that's it.
That's the problem. My father-in-law got furious because of what you said. He's saying things like he won't let his son marry someone who doesn't respect their parents.
Oh, really? Isn't your father-in-law someone who values appearances and family reputation?
Apparently, he knew about the kind of environment I grew up in, and he was actually impressed by it.
Looks like it. You must have told your husband about us, didn't you? It seems your father-in-law heard about it too.
Yeah, I guess that's why he couldn't forgive me for treating you and Mom like that.
Oh, and by the way, I also made sure to bring up the money situation.
What do you mean by that?
You know exactly what I mean. Since you were about to become a doctor's wife, you went on a shopping spree buying all sorts of expensive things on credit, right? You said your husband would take care of all of it after the wedding.
Wait, you told them about that too? Are you serious?
Olivia, are you misunderstanding something here? You seem to think that being married to a doctor means you're going to live a life of luxury.
Of course I do. Isn't that how it's supposed to be? What's wrong with that?
Well, the kind of doctor you're imagining is a self-employed one, right?
What's that supposed to mean?
There are doctors who work for hospitals, and then there are doctors who run their own private clinics. The ones who make huge amounts of money are the private practitioners.
So, what about my husband?
He's a salaried doctor. So he's not earning anywhere near the kind of money you're imagining, like a couple $100,000 a year.
No way.
Well, with everything that's happened now, I'm not sure if the wedding is even going to take place, so it probably doesn't matter to you anymore.
Wait, please, you have to come back right now and join the wedding. If you do, maybe my father-in-law and my husband will change their minds.
No way. Why would I do that?
Because this is an emergency. I'm your only sister, and I'm in serious trouble here.
You said we're not family anymore, remember?
Oh, fine. Forget it. I'll just ask Mom for help.
Mom probably feels the same way I do.
There's no way that's true. I'm her daughter, the one she carried for 9 months and gave birth to. Mom would never abandon me. She'll always be on my side.
Well, I respect whatever decision Mom makes.
Just you wait. Don't you dare say anything to Mom that might change her mind.
Yeah, I understand.
Mom, are you on your way home right now? Yes, I am. Just as you wished. I'm heading back. No, that's a complete lie. A lie? What do you mean by that? I would never say that I want you and Jennifer to go home. That's all a lie that Jennifer told you. Jennifer, that's nonsense. I know it's hard to believe, but listen, Jennifer is jealous of me and my happiness. She would do anything to sabotage my wedding. And look what happened. She actually did ruin it. Ruin the wedding? What are you talking about? Exactly that. Because both of you said you wouldn't come. Jennifer made a false reason and told my father-in-law about it. When he heard that, he got furious. If this keeps up, not only will the wedding be off, but my whole marriage is at stake. Mom, please, you need to turn around and come back right now. Olivia, I'm really sorry, but I can't do that. Why not? Because you were the one who pushed us away. But that was Jennifer's lie. There's no way she would do something like that. She's always been the one to support your happiness more than anyone else. That's a lie. She couldn't stand the thought of being forced into the nightlife industry while I'm living a life of luxury. She presented me for it. No, she chose to enter that world herself, and she did it for your sake. Wait, what do you mean by that? Listen to me carefully. Jennifer was a brilliant student. She could have easily gone to a good university, but she understood that if she pursued her dreams, you wouldn't have the opportunity to attend college yourself. So she gave up her dreams and chose a path in the nightlife industry to make sure you had a chance. There's no way she would destroy your wedding after everything she sacrificed for you. You've completely disregarded her feelings. So that's how it is. Yes, I used to think of you as my beloved daughter. You were my pride and joy, but now that feeling has faded. I can't keep this up anymore. Don't contact me again. I don't even want to see your face. But Mom, this isn't fair. You're just believing Jennifer's side without even considering mine. It's not about fairness, Olivia. It's about reality. You've hurt Jennifer deeply, and now you're trying to twist the story to make yourself look like the victim. You need to take responsibility for your actions. I can't believe you're saying this. After all the times I've supported you, you're just going to abandon me now? I'm your daughter. Yes, you are my daughter, but that doesn't mean I can condone your behavior. You've been selfish and ungrateful. Jennifer did everything she could to support you, and yet you throw her under the bus. I didn't throw her under the bus. I was just trying to defend myself. I wanted my wedding to be perfect. Isn't that what every bride wants? Of course every bride wants her wedding to be perfect, but at what cost? You've ruined relationships that can't be easily mended. You have no idea how much pain you've caused. So you're just going to cut me off completely, just like that. If that's what it takes for you to understand the consequences of your actions, then yes. I can't be part of your life if you continue down this path. It's heartbreaking for me, but I must do what's best for myself and for Jennifer. You don't mean that. You can't just walk away. I need you. I need both of you. And what about what Jennifer needs? Have you ever thought about that? You've always put yourself first, and it's time you realize that family is more than just blood. It's about love and respect. You've shown neither. I was just trying to have my moment, to finally have my dream wedding. Dreams don't come at the expense of others, Olivia. You need to learn that. For now, I'm choosing to distance myself. If you ever wish to reconcile, you need to start with an apology. Not just to me, but to Jennifer too. Mom, please. Goodbye, Olivia. Hey, not even Mom will listen to me anymore.
Well, that's only to be expected. Why are you surprised?
What should I do? At this rate, I'm going to lose everything.
I don't know what to tell you. This is your own doing.
Hey, how about this? If you come back right now, I'll ask my father-in-law to take care of you guys. It could really work out well for everyone.
Huh?
If you stop working in the nightlife, then you won't have to work at all. Doesn't that sound great for both of us?
I don't need that.
Why not?
You seem to be misunderstanding something. I take pride in my current job. Sure, I started it for the money, but now I enjoy what I do. Plus, I'm actually about to open my own place.
Wait, what?
I've been saving my salary every month. Soon I'll be able to open a shop in Miami.
Miami? Do you really have that much money?
You'd be surprised. I earn about $100,000 a month even now.
What? Is this for real?
Absolutely. So I'll take care of myself, thank you very much. You don't need to worry about me.
So you're just going to abandon me, huh?
You're the one who pushed us away in the first place. Don't act like a victim.
Fine. Then I'll consider this a complete break from our relationship.
I've been saying that all along.
I'll call off the marriage myself, too.
Oh, is that so? I thought you dreamed of being a doctor's wife.
I didn't know doctors didn't make that much money. From now on, I'll marry someone who earns a lot more, so it's fine.
Sure, do whatever you want.
And when I become rich, I'll come visit your shop as a customer.
No, thank you.
I'm definitely coming. I can't wait to see the look on your face when you realize I'm successful.
Honestly, I couldn't care less.
Well then, I'll go speak with my in-laws. This is really goodbye for us.
Oh, wait a minute.
What now? It's too late for forgiveness.
That's not what I meant. I forgot to mention something important.
Huh? What is it?
I'm going to need you to pay back the money I lent you.
What do you mean, lent?
I'm talking about your tuition and living expenses during college.
What?
Isn't that obvious?
You lent me that money for my sake, right?
That's right. I'm your mother, after all.
This can't be happening. Are you serious?
Of course, the total amount for 4 years of tuition and living expenses adds up to around $100,000. You'll need to pay me back every penny.
That's impossible. I was planning on quitting my job because of this marriage.
I know that, but it doesn't change anything.
Wait, this can't be real.
Stop whining. This is the consequence of your actions.
But I haven't done anything wrong.
Really? You have no idea how many people have helped you along the way? You didn't even try to understand their sacrifices. And when you started to find some success, you were ready to cut us off without a second thought. But when things go wrong, suddenly you expect us to help you out? That doesn't work like that. Your current situation isn't just handed to you. You're standing on the shoulders of everyone who supported you.
Jennifer, please, just listen to me.
I've listened plenty. I have heard your selfish excuses more than enough. Both Mom and I are fed up with your whims. Don't ever show your face in front of me again.
I'm about to lose everything. You're the only ones I can rely on now.
Stop it. Don't cling to us anymore. From now on, we won't care what happens to you. Live however you want, but you will pay back that money. That's a promise.
How's Olivia doing?
It seems she's finally given up. Right now she's talking things over with her family.
Oh, I see. Do you think I might have said too much?
Not at all. The truth is, it's Olivia's own fault for acting so selfishly. She's been doing whatever she wants without considering how it affects others.
That's true. But I just hope she realizes her mistakes and learns from this experience.
Exactly. From now on, you should focus solely on your own happiness. I want you to be happy above all else.
Well, my happiness is tied to you being happy too.
That's sweet. If that's the case, I want to be with you for a long time to come. Your happiness means a lot to me.
I promise I'll do my best to make you happy. I want to repay all the love and support you've given me over the years.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. It's nice to know that we're in this together. We can support each other as long as we move forward.
Absolutely. You deserve all the happiness in the world, and I'll do everything I can to help you find it.
I believe we will. Let's make the most of the time we have together.
Yes, let's cherish every moment. I want you to live a long, happy life.
Of course, that's the plan. The wedding ceremony that had been so eagerly anticipated came to an abrupt halt, resulting in the cancellation of the entire event and effectively rendering the engagement null and void. This sudden upheaval transformed what should have been a joyous occasion into a moment of profound disappointment for Olivia. As she navigated the aftermath of this unexpected turn of events, she found herself grappling with feelings of isolation and uncertainty, left to pick up the pieces of her shattered dreams. After the cancellation of the ceremony, Olivia was faced with the reality of being single and alone. The life she had envisioned for herself, a life filled with love, companionship, and shared aspirations, seemed to drift further away with each passing day. In the wake of the emotional turmoil, she knew that she needed to take action to regain control of her life. Determined to establish some stability, she began to search for employment, fueled by a desperate need to find purpose and direction. Olivia's search was anything but easy. She tirelessly scoured job boards and submitted countless applications, hoping that her qualifications would resonate with potential employers. However, despite her relentless efforts and enthusiasm, the responses she received were overwhelmingly negative. It felt as though she were caught in a whirlwind of rejection, with each no echoing louder than the last, chipping away at her confidence and leaving her feeling increasingly discouraged. As weeks turned into months without any offers of employment, the weight of her situation began to sink in. Bills were piling up, and the pressure to find a stable income grew heavier with each passing day. It became clear that her savings would not last forever, and the thought of financial instability loomed ominously over her. In this state of desperation, Olivia made the difficult decision to accept part-time work, despite the fact that it was far from the ideal situation she had envisioned for herself. The part-time job she took on provided a small measure of relief, but did little to alleviate her longing for a more luxurious lifestyle. Even as she worked to make ends meet, the desire for a life filled with comfort and opulence continued to linger in her mind. The allure of fine dining, beautiful clothing, and lavish experiences haunted her thoughts, reminding her of the life she once dreamed of living. Unfortunately, this longing soon manifested in detrimental ways. Olivia began spending beyond her means, making purchases that her limited income could not support. She bought trendy clothes that she couldn't afford, dined at restaurants that were out of her budget, and indulged in little luxuries that momentarily distracted her from her financial reality. Each time she swiped her credit card or spent cash she didn't have, it was as if she were trying to buy a fleeting sense of happiness and fulfillment. This reckless spending did not go unnoticed. In a matter of time, her mounting debts began to overwhelm her. The very dream that had motivated her to work hard and strive for a better life became a source of her anxiety. With bills piling up and creditors beginning to call, Olivia found herself in a precarious financial situation that seemed almost impossible to escape. Faced with the grim reality of her circumstances, Olivia made yet another drastic decision. She turned to the nightlife industry, a realm that promised quick cash and an escape from her financial woes. Many people find themselves in similar situations, lured by the promise of glamour and excitement. Olivia believed that by stepping into this world, she could regain control of her life and finally experience the luxuries she had longed for. However, the nightlife scene proved to be a double-edged sword. While it initially seemed like an opportunity for quick financial gain, it also came with its own set of challenges and pitfalls. Olivia quickly discovered that the nightlife industry was not as glamorous as it appeared. The pressure to maintain a certain image, the long hours, and the unpredictable nature of the work took a toll on her. Despite her best efforts to fit in and make a name for herself, Olivia struggled to accept the demands of the nightlife environment. She moved from one establishment to another, hoping for a fresh start with each new job. But her luck seemed to run out all too soon. Each time she was let go, it felt like a blow to her already fragile self-esteem. The competitive nature of the industry proved overwhelming, and she often found herself feeling lost and disheartened. As her struggles continued, Olivia's life began to revolve around avoiding debt collectors and managing the constant anxiety that accompanied her financial instability. It was a precarious existence, and I couldn't help but feel a profound sense of empathy for her. Her story serves as a poignant reminder of how quickly circumstances can shift, how dreams can dissolve into nightmares, and how easily life can lead us astray. On the other hand, my journey has taken a different trajectory, one that has led me to finally realize my long-held dream of opening my own business. After years of hard work, planning, and perseverance, I was able to launch my shop, a space that I had envisioned as a haven for both employees and customers. The process of starting my business was no small feat. It required meticulous planning, financial investment, and an unwavering commitment to my vision. I poured my heart and soul into creating an environment that would foster joy and positivity. My goal was not only to succeed financially, but also to uplift those who worked alongside me and create a welcoming atmosphere for our customers. Each day, I strive to make this shop a place of happiness and connection. I take pride in the relationships I've built with my staff, encouraging them to share their ideas and contribute to the business's success. We work together as a team, and I genuinely believe that our collective efforts create a unique and vibrant environment. As I look around my shop, I see the smiles of my employees and the satisfaction of our customers. Each interaction is a reminder of why I embarked on this journey in the first place. It's about more than just profit. It's about building a community and providing a space where people can come together to enjoy their experiences. There's a unique satisfaction that comes from knowing that my efforts contribute to the happiness of others. The experience of running my own business has been both challenging and rewarding. Each day brings new lessons, and I am constantly learning how to improve and adapt to the needs of my customers. I take pride in creating an atmosphere that feels welcoming and inclusive, where everyone feels valued. The joy that comes from seeing our customers leave with smiles on their faces is truly priceless. Amidst my professional achievements, my personal life has flourished as well. My mother, who has been my unwavering support throughout my journey, is in great health and spirits. Our bond has grown stronger over the years, and I cherish the time we spend together. Recently, we made a promise to each other to embark on an overseas trip together. The anticipation of this adventure fills me with excitement. Traveling has always been a passion of mine, and the thought of exploring new cultures and creating memories with my mother is something I cherish deeply. This trip will not only be an escape from our daily routines, but also an opportunity for us to bond together. Together, we will experience the joy of discovering new places, tasting different cuisines, and meeting new people. I can already imagine the laughter we will share, the stories we will tell, and the moments that will strengthen our connection. Reflecting on the diverging paths that Olivia and I have taken, I'm struck by the unpredictable nature of life. While I've been fortunate enough to carve out a fulfilling existence, Olivia's struggles highlight the importance of resilience and adaptability. The journey to happiness is often fraught with obstacles, and the choices we make can lead us down very different roads. I genuinely hope that Olivia can find her way back to stability and fulfillment. Life is a way of testing us, but I believe that with determination and support, she can overcome the challenges she faces. The experiences we encounter shape who we are, and it's crucial to learn from both our successes and our setbacks. As I continue to nurture my business and support my loved ones, I hold on to hope that Olivia will find her path to happiness once again. Every individual deserves a chance at fulfillment, regardless of the obstacles they encounter. Life is unpredictable, but I firmly believe that resilience and perseverance can lead to brighter days. As I look forward to my upcoming trip with my mother, I am reminded of the significance of family and the bonds we share. These moments together are precious, and they provide us with the strength to face whatever life throws our way. The joy of traveling, experiencing new horizons, and experiencing the beauty of the world is something we both deserve. Our journey will be more than just an escape. It will be a collaboration of our efforts and the experiences that have shaped us. I anticipate the moments we will share, the laughter, the late-night conversations, and the beautiful sights we will witness together. This trip will undoubtedly enrich our lives and strengthen our connection. In the grand tapestry of life, joy and sorrow coexist. As Olivia navigates her challenges, I remain dedicated to fostering positivity in my life and the lives of those around me. Each day is an opportunity to create joy, and I am committed to making the most of every moment. Though our paths may differ, I hold on to the belief that both Olivia and I can find our respective places of contentment and fulfillment. The road may be long, but with hope and determination, we can both emerge stronger and wiser. As I move forward, I remain focused on nurturing happiness in my life and in the lives of those I care about. Ultimately, life is a journey filled with lessons. Whether it's through success or hardship, each experience shapes us in profound ways. I'm committed to learning from every moment, using both the highs and lows to fuel my growth. As I continue to chase my dreams, I hope to inspire others, including Olivia, to embrace their journeys with resilience and hope. In this journey of life, we often find ourselves at crossroads where choices must be made and paths must be chosen. For Olivia, her journey has been a winding road filled with unexpected twists and turns. I hope that she finds the strength within herself to navigate these challenges and emerge on the other side with renewed purpose. In the face of adversity, it's essential to remember that every setback can be a setup for a comeback. Just as I have faced my own obstacles on the path to success, I believe that Olivia can also rise above her circumstances. The journey may be long and arduous, but I have faith in her ability to adapt and thrive. As I prepare for my trip with my mother, I look forward to sharing experiences that will deepen our bond and create lasting memories. The world is vast and full of wonders, and I am excited to explore it with the person who has been my greatest supporter. Together, we will embark on an adventure filled with laughter, discovery, and love.